In this video, I'll explain my agreement with Ishmael Reed in his article, America, the Multicultural Society, that the United States is a place where all cultures coincide and influence each other. The best way to explain this argument, that the world is here, is to describe one expanding diverse culture known as hip-hop. The hip-hop culture all started in 1967 in South Bronx, New York, and was co-founded by a guy named Clive Kool Herc Campbell, who is known as the father of hip-hop. Hip-hop consists of 5 elements: MCing, also known as rapping, DJing, graffiti, breaking, and knowledges, which is the knowledge of the culture. What brought all these elements together were events called jams, which was a place for people to express themselves through hip-hop. Things that went on would be battles with rapping and breaking, provided by a DJ making all the beats, showing your artwork with graffiti, and even just a sociable environment to be in.
People from all around the community go, depending on what size the jam is, people from all around the community will be there. You'll have any kind of race there, you could have any kind of ethnic, you have anything, and anything goes. You have people that are all interested in this one ideal, this one thing called hip-hop. And we all join together and celebrate it together as a group. And jams are just, when you walk in and you know, it's like you're home away from home. You know that whatever you do will be respected by the next guy because he has something that he would love to have respected.
The thing about hip-hop culture is that it's grown completely diverse. Pretty much every culture has been included in hip-hop. The styles within it, breaking for example, have been influenced by other cultures around the world. The b-boys would watch Spaniards perform salsa to inspire them to do more moves in a rhythmic motion. DJs would sometimes listen to sounds in their environment to create more beats. Not only that, but other ethnic groups around the globe put in their own flavors into their expression.
This is what influences just the different ideas that people bring nowadays. Like just 10 years ago, you couldn't log on and see people in Korea doing these kind of moves. You know, you'd have to go places. But now I have the accessibility to the internet. There's this guy in Thesis, and he's traveled all over the world, and he's just taken ideas from everywhere, and he's made it completely his own. Watching him made me want to make something my own. So that's why I stick to the kind of style that I have going on.
Having local jams was the thing back in the day, but now we have jams in different countries. One of the first annual nationwide jams was known as Outbreak in 2003. Soon after that came many more worldwide competitions, the two biggest being Red Bull BC1 and Battle of the Year. Battle of the Year is pretty much like the Olympics. The best crews in 32 different countries come to one place and b-boys battle it out. These jams and this one culture brings people from everywhere around the globe to meet up at one place to express themselves through hip-hop and show their styles.
So they started this competition called Red Bull BC1. And what it is they have at least 86 ciphers, which are basically just jams, all around the globe. And you have to be pretty renowned and win most of these ciphers. And from these ciphers, you get regional finals. And within your region, all around the world, you have to win that final. And then after you win that final, from that region, you go to the finals of the world finals. But Red Bull BC1 is probably the single biggest multicultural competition there is compared to the Olympics. The Olympics is probably the only other giant worldwide competition there is that involves all regions, all cities, everything.
So knowing the hip-hop culture alone proves that the United States is a multicultural society that consists of the whole world in one place, where the cultures crisscross with each other. What Ishmael Reed said is true, that they crisscross. This is possible because the United States is unique in the world. The world is here.
If it wasn't for hip-hop, no one was really into the same thing. Back then, when hip-hop started around that time, girls would still, they lived that traditional life of being at home, or whites would go and do ballet or modern or learn something else, and the Mexicans would, stick to their cumbia and their reggaeton or whatever, and they'd stick like that. But when then hip-hop came in, and one of the very first b-boys was white, and one of the first b-boys was black, and most of the pioneered moves came from Mexicans. So all the different ethnicities came together when hip-hop started. Hip-hop had a huge role around the time period it started, 70s, 60s, that it came up in. So Yeah, I'd say yes. America is hugely diverse because of hip hop.